Hey y'all, and welcome to this week's Whiskey Wednesday. Now I'm gonna be honest, this song does not belong on the Daily Texas Country playlist. This is Hard to Love by Brice. I'll tell you why it's here, I'll tell you why I like it, but for the first time ever during Whiskey Wednesday, we're gonna cut this song from the playlist. And remember, Daily Texas Country playlist is like a living, breathing thing, right? I'm still kind of cleaning out the stuff from years and years ago to try to hone in on exactly the Texas country brand that I want to present. So, Hard to Love by Brice. I think that there's a point in time in any guy's life where he kind of, like, the switch flips in his head and he said, okay, I'm ready to settle down. I'm ready to start acting more serious. When that happens, you have to acknowledge that, like, you've been living like a crazy, stupid single life before you find the one. And so when you finally do, you kind of have to own up to your sins a little bit and just say, like, hey, I'm probably not the easiest to deal with. I'm probably not the easiest to love. I do a lot of dumb stuff. And if you could be honest about that, I think that you're going to be on your way to having like a very successful relationship and marriage with the person you find. And so this song, Hard to Love by Brice, it always comes to mind when I first met my wife, Gabby, because, you know, you're adjusting to being in a relationship. And when you really love somebody, you want to make it work as much as possible. So you have to acknowledge what it is about you that can be difficult. And there's also another song that's very much in this same vein. It's called Hard Man to Love by Kevin Fowler, and I think he actually puts it a little bit better, honestly, phrases it a little bit better, and is more in line with our Texas country genre. Maybe I'll play that song next after this, but that's why Hard to Love by Brice made it into the Daily Texas Country playlist. It's something I still subscribe to, although I've been happily married for 5 years now, and we've gotten over all those humps and kind of merged into one very nicely. So that's it for kind of the music portion of this week's episode. I'm going to move into talking about our release date. I haven't said it yet, but I'm going to reveal it here for the first time. So right here, Daily Texas Country, coming June 18th, 2020. You guys, that is 1 week from tomorrow. That's next Thursday. The dailytexascountry.com website will be going live. Now, you've all already seen a preview at dev.dailytexascountry.com, but this is going to be the real deal. I'm going to be doing a bunch of like promotion and marketing for this to be released. Got a bunch of my friends pitching in. Really appreciate all that. It's real. I mean, it's real. I've been working on this for at least since January, like the actual code. But I've had the idea for this website for a very long time. At this point, probably like a year and a half, maybe. So it took me like a year and a half to kind of think about, and then it took me 6 months to actually physically build and code up. So it's going to be a big day, June 18th. Keep that in mind. And let's just show you right now. I'm going to go over to the Daily Texas Country playlist. This song is done playing. I'm going to remove from the playlist Brice, Hard to Love. You're gone. It's cut. First time in Whiskey Wednesday history that we cut a song off the playlist. Y'all saw it here first. So that's going to do it for this week's Whiskey Wednesday. Remember, we go live June 18th. So keep your eyes peeled on Twitter and on Instagram and the website. So Twitter is Daily TX Country. Instagram is Daily Texas Country. And the website is dailytexascountry.com. Keep your eyes peeled. And if you want to be a part of this release process, this launch process, send in a video either on Instagram or on Twitter, like maybe cheersing and saying like, hey, Daily Texas Country, like, glad you're here, or like whatever. And I'll feature your video on the Daily Texas Country Twitter and Instagram. Thank you guys for supporting. That's it for this week's Whiskey Wednesday. Y'all take care.